Okay, hi folks. This is a short tutorial on using Autotune and the Harmony Engine, both by Antares, on FL Studio. And I hope the audio is going to come through okay, but let's see, it's my first time recording a screencast. So I'm going to assume that you know your way around FL Studio. This is FL Studio 8. And the first thing I've done is set up an audio channel, and I've chosen channel 6 for whatever reason. And first of all, because I'm doing this live, I've added an audio input over here. I've selected the audio line input. Then I've added the plugins as effects on this channel. So I've added the Autotune, that's this one. I've added the Harmony Engine, that's this one. And I've added a delay just for fun. So this tutorial is not about how these plugins work in automatic mode, because there are enough tutorials on YouTube for that. This is specifically how to set up the MIDI so you can control the plugins from your MIDI keyboard. So let's first look at Autotune. And Autotune over here has a button that you can select to target notes via MIDI. So that's the first thing you do. If you don't select this, it's going to be running in auto mode, and it's just going to listen to whatever you're singing and try to make it in this key that you selected here. But we want to use MIDI. So the next thing we do is add a MIDI out channel. So you go to channels, add one, and select the MIDI out right here. I've prepared that earlier, as we always do on cooking shows. And this is my MIDI out channel. And the important part here is selecting a port. In this case, I selected port 11, but I could have selected any port just as long as it isn't used by any other MIDI out channel. Port 11, so that's what I'm going to remember. Then I go back to Autotune, and that has a port here also, and this port is saying listen to this port for your MIDI. So I select 11 here also. Yeah, so now the MIDI out is linked to this effect. Now when you've selected port 11, what I'm going to do first is turn this Autotune on. So it's receiving the audio and it's plugged in. And now when I play on the MIDI keyboard, what you're going to see is the notes that I'm playing. So I shut up and just watch the space below on the keyboard, and you'll see these are the notes I'm playing. So when I start singing, it starts working on whatever note I play. And the most natural sound is going to come when you're not really off key, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to sing in one key, and you can see what it's going to be like. So I'm just gonna sing in one key. I'm just gonna sing in one key. I'm just gonna sing in one key, and playing notes on the keyboard. So now you can really see that it's targeting the notes that I play on the keyboard, and you can do that live. Or what I've done is record the audio, and afterwards I recorded the MIDI notes on the MIDI out channel. So when I play this, this is what you get.
I pray to see on every side of me. I want to know wherever you may go.
So that's a really simple melody, and that is the part for the auto tune. The Harmony Engine is going to work the same way. When you hook it up, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn it on. Now, you hear it's already starting to do something. And I set it up. I set it up to listen to MIDI Omni. Normally, you would select like a chord degrees or scale interval or whatever. In this case, MIDI Omni is going to listen to the MIDI notes that it's receiving. Okay, I've chosen MIDI port 1, so I need to add a MIDI out channel, and I've done that before. This is my MIDI out channel, and I've also selected port 1 right here. Now, when I start playing notes on the keyboard, it's going to follow those notes pretty much the same as auto tunes, but this one can play 4 notes. So when I play a chord
Like this, when I play a chord like this, it's gonna follow and add the harmony. And I'm not alone anymore. I've got 4 great backup singers.
you can also, of course, record those notes as I've done here. And when I play this, you're going to hear the harmony with it.
I pray to see on every side of me. I want to know wherever you may go.
So, that's the way you use MIDI with the plugins from Antares, or actually with any plugin. So if you have a vocoder that is reacting to MIDI, just hook it up with the MIDI out channel using the same ports, and that's what you can do.